kid at that time, correct?
15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone.
For years, we've been told the same script. Jay-Z discovered Rihanna, signed her, turned her into a superstar, and protected her like family. But what if that was all smoke and mirrors? Because Jaguar says she has proof that what really happened that night Rihanna got discovered wasn't about business at all. It was about control. Before we get into the new evidence, we need to rewind all the way back to 2005. Rihanna was just a 15 or 16-year-old girl from Barbados, flown alone to New York to meet Jay-Z at Def Jam. Rihanna once described the moment herself. She said she was shaking from nerves, waiting hours for Jay-Z to call her in.
Big moment in the ascent of Rihanna when you audition for Jay-Z. Describe that story for me.
So scary. So scary. All I remember saying is, oh my gosh.
When she finally got into his office, he told her she could only leave through two ways.
Oh, then he said, he did it one more. I did a lot of homework on you this lady. He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
It sounded like a joke back then, but the more you listen now, the creepier it gets.
We signed it at night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m.
Wow.
That day, I was absolutely certain.
She said she couldn't sleep for 3 days afterward. Everyone thought it was excitement. Jaguar says that was trauma. And here's where things get darker. Jaguar claims Rihanna was even younger than fans think.
At that time,
It's a
correct?
15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone, brought to a grown man's office in a large corporate Manhattan building.
But that's not all. According to insiders, people inside Def Jam knew her real age, yet they kept quiet because Jay-Z was behind her career. And when anyone tried to question what was going on, they were silenced or blackballed.
She was removed from that first team from Pon the Replay and replaced with all new handlers and kept sheltered in Los Angeles, where she was going out to parties and partying at 15, 16, 17 years old, hanging out at the Rainbow Room, hanging out. Yeah, like it was one of my friends who found out she was 17 when everyone thought she was 21.
Even Beyonce isn't blind to it. She allegedly knows exactly who her husband is and what he's done.
Is Beyonce Celebrity B?
I hope to God not, but she was around. And she's very, she's got enough on her plate.
Now, let's jump forward. 2009. Rihanna's career is untouchable, but when the Chris Brown incident happens, everything changes. Publicly, Jay-Z steps in as her mentor again, the protector. But Jaguar says that's where the manipulation reached its peak. She claims Jay-Z used that moment to turn Rihanna into a weapon, teaching her how to play victim to protect him while destroying anyone who threatened to expose the truth.
Again, who's to say that their boyfriend won't?
But the pattern didn't stop there. Jaguar connects Rihanna's transformation to a cycle of grooming and control. Whether you believe Jaguar or not, her allegations tied together decades of rumors, from underage signings to mysterious deaths and silenced careers. She's not just saying Jay-Z had a strange affair with Rihanna. She's saying that affair was part of a lifelong pattern of predatory power disguised as mentorship. But here's the part that makes this story impossible to ignore. Jaguar says she still has more victims ready to come forward. And if those women speak, everything the industry has built around Jay-Z could finally collapse.
Sean Carter is one of the greatest men I know. And his words ring so loud to me, and I couldn't be more proud of him.
Solange just found out that Kelly Rowland and Jay-Z have been hiding a secret for decades. The truth that's coming out right now isn't just messy, it's dangerous. But before we even get to Solange's alleged meltdown, we need to rewind. Because this entire mess started long before Beyonce ever became Queen Bee. See, back in the early 2000s, Kelly Rowland dropped Dirty Laundry, a painfully honest song about being broken down by someone she loved, living in her best friend's shadow, and fighting to reclaim herself. Fans instantly decided the villain of that song was her ex-fiancé, former NFL player Roy Williams. And for years that theory stuck, until Roy himself recently broke his silence.
Is there anything you can say about that and to our audience?
No, there really isn't much for me to speak on. You know, I pretty much said what I had to say, and people were like, well, if you really didn't do that, you shouldn't have had to say anything. Well, to me personally, yes, I do.
He even called out the rumors directly, saying the story everyone believed for a decade was flat out wrong.
Would think that I will put my hands on a woman is freaking crazy.
Right. You'd have to be crazy.
I feel, you know what I'm saying?
But if Roy wasn't the man she was talking about, then who was? Now this is where things start getting messy. Roy hinted that Kelly had other relationships around that time.
I was the only public relationship that she's pretty much quote unquote had. So people think it's me. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to write a book, oh my goodness, my book will be juicy.
And one of those names supposedly floating around behind the scenes was Jay-Z's. Before Beyonce and Jay became hip-hop royalty, Jay was already close to Destiny's Child, so Kelly found herself constantly around him. People said he was charming, influential, and intimidating all at once. And here's where it gets dark. Dirty Laundry wasn't just about heartbreak. When you really listen to those lyrics, it starts sounding like something about control and power. Some fans believe Kelly was using that song to talk about something she couldn't say out loud. Then in 2021, years after Dirty Laundry, cameras caught Jay-Z and Kelly reuniting at the Harder They Fall premiere, and their body language sent the internet into overdrive. Jay spotted her from across the room, lit up like he'd seen a ghost, and hugged her with a warmth that looked a little too familiar. Meanwhile, Kelly doesn't get the crazy allegations.
Who he is to us, and you know, what he's doing, and just a legacy. I'm just in awe of him, and but above anything, he is a great big brother. He really, really is. And I found that so crazy that everybody like was making a thing over it. I was like, what is going on?
And to make things worse, fans started comparing pictures of Jay-Z and Kelly's son, Titan, side by side. And if that wasn't enough, there's one person who allegedly didn't take this revelation well, Solange Knowles. Remember that infamous elevator incident between Solange and Jay-Z back in 2014? Some claim she had found out about the alleged past between Kelly and Jay, and the tension exploded. Even Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles Lawson, once wrote a heartfelt letter to Kelly calling her a daughter and praising her resilience. And just when you think this story can't get any darker, there's still Solange. Because insiders claim she's been sitting on information for years, waiting for the right moment to finally expose everything she saw. So maybe this isn't over yet.